rebound, but the ball took a mean bounce off the rim and sailed over the backboard. Again, shot clock set at 35 seconds. As this is only for Class A, eventually it might move down to the lower classes. Scoff with Melcher defending. Melcher, one of the better defenders for Bellevue West. A wide open three for McLucas. Clanks it off the side of the rim, rebounded by Dotzler. Dotzler and Jackson defending, finds White up the court. Here's White over to Brown, back to White. White from the college three. Woo! Cowabunga! It's a 19-10 lead with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. White is not afraid of the three, and the shooting foul drawn by Jalen Wilson on the play. Zael Dotzler's first personal foul is on a shooting motion from Jayla Wilson. Wilson did not like the foul. Turned to her coaches, giving them the what for, why is she fouling me like that? Misses the first free throw. If she could connect here, it would be the first double-digit lead of the game. She's not able to, goes 0-4-2, rebounded by Naomi White. White up the court to Melcher. Melcher with a hesitation. Fakes right, goes left. And that one knocked off her knee. Great defensive play by Jayla Wilson. Wilson makes the simple effort of just putting her hand on the ball. Has enough contact on it to force it awry and out of the hands of Melcher. Wilson brings it up the court. Over to McLucas. McLucas over to Reimer. Passing it around the arc. Unselfish basketball. Wilson overshoots that one on the back of the rim. Offensive rebound by McLucas. And the second chance three-point attempt from Jayla Wilson is no good. Rebounded by Naomi White. White on the day with 7 points. White over to Wilson. Excuse me, that's Melcher. Melcher over to Dotzler. Dotzler wanted a right-handed step-back three. Finds the cutting Melcher. The floater with the left hand. Doesn't hit rim. It's rebounded by Jayla Wilson. Wilson fell in the process. And with that, East takes a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Again, one of the biggest points of the season for Bellevue East, it came in a stretch from January 28th to February 16th. They went on a pivotal 8-game win streak. And similar to them, Bellevue West, the Lady Thunderbirds, did something similar. They went on a 6-game win streak from January 14th to February 4th. But prior to that, if you thought 6 games in a row was a lot, try an 11-game win streak from December 6th to January 10th. Both these teams have the ability to not just win, but when they do, they light up the court. There's a lot of buckets made. That is for sure. But both teams playing a good amount of defense right now. Bellevue West in a bit of foul trouble. I guess starting point guard Annika Russell-Brown with 3 personal fouls. Elmore, Dotzler, and Coyer each have 1 foul. Here's East off the 30-second timeout. Here's Maya Scoff. Scoff right inside the arc. Kicks it out to her teammate 4-3. That's Mackenzie Reimer with the 3-point miss. Rebounded by Elmore. Kicks it up over to Brown. Russell Brown over to White. Back to Russell Brown. Brown pops right at the stripe. Falling and fading. It's a beautiful high arcing shot. A mid-range one. It's a beauty. It extends it to a double-digit lead. It's 21-10 with 4.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Dotzler fell on the ball. Got up, nearly took contact and fell from Reimer. Kicks it up over to Russell Brown. Russell Brown has the last 4 points. She's energetic, pumping her fists in the air. It's a 30-second timeout in favor of Bellevue East as they need some time to think the last sequence of events over. So basically what happens is Annika Russell-Brown off a dribble handoff has a beautiful shot attempt right at the free throw line, gets it to go. It could have been an and one as some contact was made. Then Zael Dotzler forces a near turnover on the defensive end and has great vision, keeps her head up the whole time, eyes down the court, and finds Annika Russell-Brown for the wide open lay-in. It's 23-10. It's the largest lead of the afternoon for either team. Clock stops at 4:19 in the second quarter. East makes one substitution. That is Jamila Gilmore. Gilmore checking in at 6'2", the tallest player on the Bellevue East roster. Same height as Danielle Coyer. They're hoping that they can counteract Coyer, not so much scoring-wise, but more on the boards. Here's Mackenzie Reimer. Reimer wanted Gilmore. Gilmore has that one deflected away. Back up to Wilson at the top of the key. She pops from the college three off the back of the iron and no good. Rebounded by Coyer. Coyer box out Gilmore. It'll be an interesting battle down low. The rest of the way out. Dotzler in the corner. Back up to Coyer at the top of the key. Jab set by Melcher. Goes left. Fighting through contact. Nearly by Gilmore. Out to Elmore. Elmore to the opposite side. And Dotzler with an air ball three from the right wing. Here's Jackson. Jackson pushing the tempo. Nearly gets the and one as she almost banked a layup in. Foul against Kenzie Milcher, her first personal foul, the team's 7th. And from here on out, it's just normal bonus for now. Again, 10 fouls is the double bonus. So shooting fouls will always be 2 for 2, but from here on out, any foul is 1 for 1 at the line. Jackson misses her first free throw. .325 left to play in the second quarter. Here is Jackson. Bronny Jackson's second free throw off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by White. White out over to Elmore. Back to White. White bringing the ball up the court. Defended by Wilson. Over to Melcher. Melcher to Elmore at the top of the key. Has a circling Wilson. Over to White. White putting moves on Wilson. They had Wilson running around in circles momentarily. She's having to do most of the dirty work on the defensive side of the ball. Here's Coyer. The one-on-one matchup with Gilmore. Backs her down, kicks it back out to Elmore. Elmore driving, kicks it back to Coyer. Coyer with the turnaround, blocked away by Jamila Gilmore. Again, both girls stand at 6'2". They're the tallest players of both teams here today. Gilmore has a little more length. With longer arms, she's able to block the amount of shots that she does. Coyer has that one deflected away. Jackson had her hands in the passing lane. The shot clock goes off with 2:50 left in the second quarter, the inbounds play. The referees are deciding whether it's a shot clock violation. If you're happy, you know it. Clap your hands is playing in the background. Both teams huddling on the court. And we'll see what the official ruling is here. I think Bellevue East is arguing for a 35-second clock violation. The shot clock will be set to 1 second exactly as that pass was tipped by Jackson. Officials had 1 second on the clock. It's got to be a quick three from Melcher. No good, and that one was from Omaha, basically, and rebounded by Wilson. 2:46 left to go in the second quarter. Wilson back over to Reimer. Back to Wilson. Wilson through the legs. Back to the right. Has Jackson wide open. 4-3. Nailed it. Big three for Jackson. It's 23-13. Game back to a 10-point scoring margin. 2:20 left to go. Here's Melcher. Melcher over to Dotzler. Dotzler over to White. In the corner to Melcher. Melcher forces contact off of Mackenzie Reimer. That is her first foul. As she didn't really give, Reimer did not really give Melcher any space to come right off of the pass. She met her with contact right away. Melcher overthrows that one into the backcourt. Over to Dotzler, but nobody touched it before it went into the backcourt. Maya Scoff with a grin on her face. She knew she had an opportunity to steal that one. Coyer, handoff over to White. White fakes left, goes right, takes contact off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, tipped around, batted around a few times, and nearly able to save it is Faith Elmore, but her efforts are rewarded as it last went off a Chieftain. 1:53 Left to go here. 7 fouls against Bellevue West, 4 fouls against East. That one nearly tipped away again by Scoff, and Scoff forces Dotzler to retrieve it late. Dotzler steps out of bounds, and East will have a chance to cut it to single digits right before halftime. Maya Scoff over to Jayla Wilson. Wilson over to Jackson. Scoff takes a bit of contact and falls. Jackson's three is long. It's rebounded by White. White over to Dotzler, 4-3. It's a quick trigger. No good. Not a ton of arc on that shot. It was a liner. Here's Jackson. Takes the feed up as she was the rim runner. Runs right into Kenzie Melcher. Draws contact and will head to the stripe. That's Melcher's second personal foul. Bellevue West and their head coach, Dane Bacon, arguing for the fact that Ronnie Jackson might have been a little out of control when she was going for the layup. The officials see it as a shooting foul, though. Jackson converts on the first free throw attempt. Jamila Gilmore checks back in for East. Second free throw, no good. Tipped around, saved by Mackenzie Reimer. Reimer back out over to Scoff. Wilson, the point guard, with the ball at the top of the key. Calling Gilmore over for a screen on the right. Decides not to use it. Dribble handoff to Scoff right behind her. Melcher defending. Here's Scoff off the screen from Gilmore. Goes left. Stops. Pops. Kicks it back out to Wilson. Wilson with the step back three. Coyer with the offensive rebound. Finds it over to White. White up into the corner. Here's Melcher off the pass from Elmore. Back to Coyer at the top of the key. Coyer coming over for a screen on the right side to Dotzler. Allows Dotzler to move to her right. Finds the pass over to Melcher. Melcher loves jab stepping to the right and driving it hard left. Melcher on the floor with Mackenzie Reimer fighting for the ball. A jump ball called. The arrow in favor of Bellevue West with 45 seconds left to go in the second quarter. If Bellevue West takes their time, East could use the rest of the game clock and run it out. Scoff jumps right over and ball hawks out of the hands of Coyer. Scoff with a wide open layup and cuts it to a 7-point game. Scoff with her first field goal on the afternoon. It's 23-16 with 34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here comes Naomi White. White over to Melcher. Melcher at the top of the key. White goes left, steps back, pops, no good. Coyer with the offensive rebound. Shot clock is off and puts that one up and in. Danielle Coyer with her first field goal on the afternoon and her first points. 12 seconds and counting left in the second quarter. Maya Scoff as Naomi White defending. Gilmore with the screen, a hard screen. And the three is no good from Scoff, but it sent Faith Elmore absolutely flying. And with that, a lot of contact from both teams at the end of the second quarter. And as we head to halftime, it is 25-16. The leading scorer for East right now stands at Bronny Jackson and Jayla Wilson as they each have 6 points. For Bellevue West, it's been Annika Russell-Brown who's had the most impressive performance, as she has 6 points. She had a 4-0 run on her own at one point in the second quarter, but she does have 3 fouls, something to keep an eye on as the starting point guard in Russell Brown for Bellevue West heads to halftime and will head into the third quarter with 3 personal fouls. But it has been the Naomi White show as she currently has racked up 7 points and has been the focal point of the offense when Russell Brown has been out. Again, the score heading into halftime. Bellevue West leads Bellevue East 25-16. We will be back shortly after a halftime break. Again, you are listening to NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships in the quarterfinals live from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. You are listening to all that on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements. Show me a team that fields a strong lineup season after season and you'll dominate. That's the way it's been at Platte Valley Equipment for decades. Whatever your task, their John Deere lineup of equipment handles it with ease. From riding mowers, compact tractor packages, to farm equipment, they can't be beat. That goes for the low monthly payments too. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today. Proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
At Mosaic, we build a caring company for the people we serve in our workforce. You can be a part of it. Mosaic supports people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and other diverse needs to choose where they live, with whom they live, and how they spend their days. That is empowering. Do you know someone who could use that type of support? You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit mosaicinfo.org. That's MOSAICINFO.org. There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock, or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements. High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street. Show me a team that fields a strong lineup season after season and you'll dominate. That's the way it's been at Platte Valley Equipment for decades. Whatever your task, their John Deere lineup of equipment handles it with ease. From riding mowers, compact tractor packages, to farm equipment, they can't be beat. That goes for the low monthly payments too. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska, it is the site for the NSAA Girls Class A State Championships. In this quarterfinal, folks, it's not just any ordinary quarterfinal. Specifically, it is the rivalry between Bellevue East and Bellevue West, the Lady Thunderbirds versus the Chieftains. And again, I'm Josh Lill, your host, your play-by-play announcer for this exhilarating game, and it has been fun to watch. Bellevue West got out to an early start. They led by 13 at one point, but Bellevue East has slowly chipped away at that. It was 23-10 at one point, now currently 25-16, as there's just about 2.5 minutes before the start of second half play. For Bellevue West, the big story was foul trouble, and the fouls will stick with you, obviously, going into the second half. And it's important to note that Annika Russell-Brown does have 3 fouls in addition to her 6 points. She will take that into the third quarter, and Russell-Brown is the best passer on the team. She opens up the floor for everyone else, and she could do just about anything on the court. Shoot, pass, rebound, you name it. So keeping her in the game is very, very valuable. Again, both teams warming up right now. For Bellevue East, at times they were forced to use 2 timeouts due to the run really made by Annika Russell-Brown and Naomi White. They've led the way. At times they've had a ferocious offensive attack and a very smart game plan. But it's been the role players for Bellevue West. Zayel Dotzler, Danielle Coyer, they've been doing the little things, getting a bucket here and there, chipping away at rebounding. But really, it's been Russell-Brown and Melcher and White that have been doing the majority of the work. For Bellevue East, Jayla Wilson and Brownie Jackson have been the story for the Chieftains. They each are sitting at 6 points currently. And Jackson and Wilson not only have been the main scorers, but they've been the main passers. They've been running the floor really well off the rebounds. Now, it's important that they don't get tired out. You have to be smart with your rotation. You do not want to tire them out in a game that could get very quickly out of hand. Myeskoff has been limited by the Bellevue West defense. And Skoff, like we mentioned, coming into the game, averaging 16.7 points, 74 assists on the year, and averaging over 4 rebounds. has only had 4 points today and has shot 2 of 6 from the stripe. Not at all what you would expect from the 78% free throw shooter. Now, my question is for Bellevue West, can they get Mackenzie Reimer going? She averages nearly 6 points on the year and nearly 6 rebounds. So she has the ability, if she really needed to put up a double-double. She's got 23 steals, 6 blocks. She had to take a bigger role this upcoming season due to the amount of seniors and leadership that was lost last year. She's one of the most important guards and one of the best guards in the state, according to their head coach. Are we going to see that in this second half? Reimer could be a difference maker for East, and as both teams take the floor, we are about to find out. Again, all the starters for both teams returning to the floor. For Bellevue West, it's Annika Russell-Brown, Mackenzie Melcher, Ziel Dotzler, Naomi White, and Danielle Coyer. For East, it's Jayla Wilson, Riley McLucas, Bronny Jackson, Mackenzie Reimer, and Maya Scoff. The arrow favors Bellevue East after the jump ball with less than 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. And they begin play here with the ball in the third quarter. The three in the corner is no good by Riley McLucas. It's rebounded on the play by White. White over to Coyer. Back out. Brown for 3. Got it! Annika Russell-Brown getting to work early. Gets the scoring started. She does not care about those 3 fouls. She will still play aggressively. Here's a three-pointer from Jackson for East. That one's rebounded by Naomi White. White up the floor. Great look over to Dotzler. Dotzler driving baseline. Throws that over to a cutting Wilson who forces the turnover. Wilson over to Scoff. Scoff going left. The reverse layup, no good. Jumping up in the air to corral the rebound is Riley McLucas. And they're going to say that's over and back on the rebound as she went right over Annika Russell-Brown. .709 left to play here in the third quarter. Brown trapped by Scoff and Jackson. Looks up the floor over to White. Dotzler in the corner, 4-3. She got it. Dotzler's third 3 on the afternoon. Her second 3, excuse me. She's got 6 points. And with just under 7 minutes to go, this is exactly not the situation that Bellevue East wanted to see their team in at all. Here's Jackson. Wilson to keep the game close. Rattles that one home for 3. Jayla Wilson forces Bellevue West to take a 30-second timeout. That's their final one. The scoreboard on the Jumbotron here is broken as well as the game clock. So myself, I should say, I'm relying off the shot clock score, or the shot clock, game clock, and shot clock for reference. Right now, the main scoreboard is stuck at 25-16 with 2:25 left in the break, in the halftime break, I should say. So 31-19 is the score with 6:37 left to play. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. Both student sections are begging the staff here to fix the scoreboard, but their wishes will not be accommodated. They can use this corner scoreboards. Here is Melcher. Melcher finds a cutting White, and White came across from the near side of the court to the far side. Caught it, turned around right away. And was able to force a shot quick with Mackenzie Reimer defending. Reimer with her second foul on the day. 2 shots coming here for Naomi White. White nails the first. (32-19) the score with under 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Naomi White, second free throw attempt. She got it. Inbounds play from Scoff. Wilson at the top of the key. Dotzler defending. Wilson driving hard right. Has that one tipped away. White was right in the passing lanes. It's a 2-on-1 break. Here's White. Goes right up and that's swatted away by Scoff. Scoff collects the rebound too while she's at it. Euro step, sidestep avoids the charge from Melcher, but has a clean miss there. It's rebounded by Russell Brown. Brown in the corner to Dotzler, back up to Coyer. Coyer over to Melcher. Melcher driving. And the foul called against Riley McLucas. McLucas has not had the most productive day. Picks up her third foul. And no points on the afternoon. So that's 2 players on the court, 1 for each team with 3 fouls, something for both coaches to keep in consideration. First free throw good there for Melcher. Lavea Jones checking in for East. Jones checking in. Both free throws are good for Melcher. 35-19 with under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Here's Wilson. Wilson thought about the 3, stepped in, faked it, kicks it to Jackson. Jackson driving hard left in the corner. The first shot attempt, talk about an impact right away. Lavea Jones with the 3 in the corner for East. 35-22, East still trails. The answer, a 3, no good from the hands of White. Melcher wanted the put-back opportunity. It's knocked away off of Melcher. And that turnover forced by Wilson for East. Now, Lavea Jones is the 7th different player in the game for East today. They haven't gone to their bench too much. How much can a spark off the bench really provide for a team when you're trailing 13 with less than 2 quarters to go in the state quarterfinals? That one's turned over on the pass by Jackson. It's picked up by Russell Brown. Brown defended by Wilson. Russell Brown on the right elbow. Again, Bellevue West going right to left. East going left to right. In the corner is Dotzler. Dotzler fakes, drives right, kicks it back out to Russell Brown. Brown in the corner of Melcher. Wanted Coyer. And Coyer was double teamed by Jackson and Reimer. Not the best pass. And there's the scoopity-doop layup for Lavea Jones. It's an and 1. Lavea Jones has a chance to cut it to a 10-point deficit. Jones averages 4.4 points on the year. Already has passed her season average per game. Known for her stealing ability, she's come in and put the ball in the hoop. That ball spins around like on a toilet bowl and ends up in. Converts the N1. She comes in with 6 points, has the last 6 for East. Driving is Russell Brown. Cowabunga, and muscles that one through the defense. That's the 3rd foul against Mackenzie Reimer. And I'll tell you about Annika Russell Brown. There was a chance that she could have picked up her 4th foul on the charge there, but goes right up into Reimer's body, goes under her arms on her right side of the body, and just spins that one up off the glass, and it's in. She cannot convert the and 1. Brought up over to Scoff. Scoff over to Jackson. Jackson back out to Reimer for 3. It bounces up on top of the basket, which automatically doesn't count. But then it does trickle its way in through the bottom of the hoop. It doesn't count. Gilmore checking in as Reimer comes out of the game with 3 personal fouls. Annika Russell Brown, defended by Jackson. Jackson, a true defender, has 50 steals on the year. The 3 way off by White. She's there for her offensive rebound and draws the foul. She will go to the free throw line. Foul against J-Lo Wilson. It's her 2nd personal foul. It's the team's 5th. Free throw coming here for White. It's good. And the story right now, folks, is the fact that Bellevue West, they might not take the best shots, but every time a shot is in the air, I see all 5 players crashing the glass. That's something that really isn't preached too much in the game anymore. They want you to shoot and get back on defense. Bellevue West is taking the risk, being aggressive, crashing the boards. That's why they've had those 2nd and 3rd chance opportunities. Wilson fights through contact on the other end, and she will head to the free throw line. Naomi White with her first personal foul. 4 minutes exactly left to play in the third quarter. The big scoreboard in the building is fixed. Cuts it to a 39-26 lead. Wilson's second free throw. No good. Nearly rebounded by Gilmore. Running the break. It's a 2-on-1 break between Brown and White. Brown takes the pass from White. Clanks that one between the rim and the backboard. That outlet pass way ahead of Lavea Jones. Jones forced to hustle back on defense. Russell Brown off the pass from White. Has Jackson defending. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pass wide of White. Forced to go to her left to corral it. Three from Melcher, no good. Rebounded by Jones. Jones up over to Jackson. Jackson with the step back at the elbow. Would have been a very nice shot if it went in. And a foul against Bellevue West. A loose ball foul. Naomi White's second personal foul. As she and Lavea Jones were both running for the ball on the ground. And White initiated contact into Jones. Inbounds pass from Scoff. Crossover by Jackson. Jackson with a shifty move and draws contact as well. Zael Dulzer picks up her third personal foul as Jackson faked right, went left. And Dulzer, all she could do to prevent her from scoring was make some contact. Russell Brown playing very educated defense as she's playing with 3 fouls and a great defensive approach as Lavea Jones went for the layup. It's knocked out of play. But I'll tell you, Russell Brown was there for defense and just had her hands straight up on the play. Did not go inside the arc. And a nifty move as Wilson inbounds it off the back of Brown. A step back 3. Oh, baby. Jayla Wilson with the swagger. Dolzer answers with a 3 in the corner. I can't believe my eyes. 1 3 goes down for East, another down for West. Wilson has that one blocked on the play by Bellevue West. But folks, let me recap what just happened. Wilson inbounded. Russell Brown's back was turned. She throws it off the back of Brown, retreats for a step back 3 in the corner. It spins around and rattles home. Zael Dulzer has just picked up her 4th personal foul. So Annika Russell Brown with 3 personal fouls. Zael Dulzer with 4 personal fouls. Naomi White with 2 personal fouls. Bellevue West needs to be careful. Driving a Scoff. That one was momentarily blocked, but a foul called, I believe, against Mackenzie Melcher. Third personal foul against Melcher. Maya Scoff at the free throw line. Has had a quiet day offensively, nails the first free throw. And Coach Dane Bacon is going to have some decisions to make with his coaching staff on how to approach the rest of the game. Both free throws go there for Scoff. I mean, anytime, I got to make sure I'm reading this right. I mean, it's unbelievable that 3 of your starters have 3 personal fouls or more. Hesitation by White. Inbounds to Coyer. Back out for 3 for Melcher. She drives on the pump fake. Swatted away by Gilmore. That ball nearly in play. Great effort by Maya Scoff to attempt to save it. Runs into the Bellevue West bench, but it's a little too much too late there. Bellevue West retains possession. 2:16 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Russell Brown. Brown over to White. White dribbling. Crowd wanted to carry. Faith Elmore checks in for 3. No good. Coyer and Gilmore on the ground wrestling for the jump ball. Arrow favors Bellevue West. West leads 42-31 with 2:04 left to play in the third quarter. And a near carry against against White. It's back out to Melcher. Wilson over to White. Back out to Brown. Brown no good for 3. Wilson there for the rebound. Wilson looking way up court. Finds Jackson. Jackson hesitated on a 3. Drive. Run Coyer, but Coyer was straight up. No foul called there. 1:44 left here in the third quarter. Running is Russell Brown. Brown with a hesitation going right. Kicks into the corner. Melcher for 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Elmore. Elmore kicks it out over to White. White driving. That one blocked by Wilson. White gets her own rebound. Coyer to Melcher. Melcher to a driving Elmore. Back out to Russell Brown. And that's knocked away too. Bellevue East, they're giving West a little too many chances on the glass, but every time they are there to contest the shot, and it's heavily contested. Melcher running through 2 screens. Coyer might be forced to back up. She actually comes to the ball, retrieves it over to Melcher. Melcher driving left, spins it up off the glass. Kenzie Melcher with the bucket. That's her 6th point on the afternoon, 44-31 with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Wilson driving. Fights through contact on the left side, muscles it through with her right hand. Wilson has to move fast as Melcher is moving up the court fast. Here's Coyer for 3. Ho-ho, 47-33 the score. Bellevue West fights back and answers Wilson's 2 with a Coyer 3. 43 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Hesitation by Jackson. Jackson stops, pops. That one's good for 3. And Jackson just looks back at the Bellevue West bench like she just did that, and she knows exactly what happened. 47-36, 30 seconds to go. The shot clock, about 0.7 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Elmore out to Melcher. Melcher over to Elmore. Back to White. Over to Russell Brown. Brown, Euro step driving off the glass. Coyer there with Gilmore to battle for the rebound. Gilmore's been better on the glass. Looks way up ahead of Jackson. The football pass and 1. Faith Elmore called for the foul. Bellevue East, with just under 5 seconds left in the third quarter, comes back from being down 16 at one point and cuts it to a 9-point deficit. A chance to cut it to 8. And Bronny Jackson does just that. Mackenzie Reimer checking back in. Gilmore out of the game. West to inbound. Naomi White. Over to Russell Brown. Brown, 4-3. That's an air ball. And heading into the fourth quarter, it's 47-39, but Bellevue East has made a lot of noise and has cut it to single digits after trailing by 16 at one point. Again, you are listening to NSAA Girls Basketball, the state quarterfinals between Bellevue East and Bellevue West on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Heading into the fourth quarter, Bellevue East has the ball off the jump ball with the way the arrow's going. And they have a lot of momentum. They are rolling right now. 47-39 with just under 8 minutes to go in the start of the fourth quarter. Scoff with a near carry over to Reimer. Reimer over to Jackson. In the corner, Wilson thought about a 3. Jackson driving. Hesitates, gets by Coyer. Coyer pops it up, and it's rebounded by Russell Brown. Brown up ahead to White. White takes contact off of Jackson. And that's Jackson's second personal foul. Mounts play. Russell Brown. Back over to Coyer. Over to Brown. Brown stepped inside momentarily, and she walked there. Her body had one idea, and her mind had another. And she walked before she could make the pass. 7:23 left here in the fourth quarter. 47-39, Bellevue West leads Bellevue East. Inbounds play by Scoff. Over to Wilson. Wilson in the corner. That three is no good by Reimer. Rebounded by Russell Brown. Russell Brown taking it on her own. Retreats. Has Melcher to her right if she wants her. But back over to Deltzer. Deltzer has 4 personal fouls. She is 1 away from being fouled out of this game. Melcher driving, just throws that one up off the glass. And that'll be the first foul against Maya Scoff. Oh, excuse me, Mackenzie Reimer. That's Reimer's 4th personal foul. So now 4 of the 5 starters for East have multiple fouls, with McLucas and Reimer having 3+ fouls each. First free throw is good there for Melcher. Melcher's second free throw. Got it. Melcher with 8 points on the day. To say she's been impactful would be an understatement. Here's East. Wilson and Jackson playing a little hot potato back and forth ball. And the aggressive layup knocked home by Jayla Wilson. She more have shot it. With the way Danielle Coyer was playing defense, she had to use a little bit of height to get over her. Russell Brown had to pick up her dribble over to Coyer, over to Melcher. Melcher at the top of the key, working left on the left wing. It's Daltzer. Daltzer gets by Wilson. Daltzer with the right-handed floater. A beauty of a basketball move. Fakes right, goes left, and sends that one home. Driving is Wilson. Just chucks that one up off the glass. I think she was hoping for contact off of Daltzer. It's a smart, educated play by Wilson, because then Daltzer would have fouled out. Fast break foul against Bellevue East. Maya Scoff with the first personal foul. Checking out is Riley McLucas. Back in is Jamila Gilmore. Annika Russell Brown at the free throw line for Bellevue West. First free throw. No good. Again, 1-1 because Bellevue West is in the bonus. Racing up the court is Jackson. Bernai Jackson ends up at the line. She had a little bit of a stutter step. I will tell you this, Jayla Wilson and Bernai Jackson, they've been doing everything for Bellevue East today. Shooting, driving, passing, rebounding. They've been such a big part of it. And also, let me give a testament to their ball handling skills. I mean, they are able to almost put the defenders of the Lady Thunderbirds on the ground with how quick they move. They're very decisive about their next move. They know what they want to do before, but they're smart about it. They work with their instincts. They play within their limits, and that is what is making Bernai Jackson and Jayla Wilson so impactful right now. 51-42 with 5:58 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Bernai Jackson goes 1 for 2 at the line. Retreating on the fast break is Naomi White. White over to Russell Brown. Over to Melcher. Melcher has Wilson defending on the right wing. Driving left, stops at the free throw line. Kicks it back out to White. And a timeout by Dane Bacon and Bellevue West. It's a full timeout, and with that, I will take a timeout. Again, 51-42 the score. West leads East. You are listening to the state quarterfinals, girls NSA state championships on 93.7 The Ticket.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bellevue West, the 4 seed, hoping to close this one out in the final 5 minutes and 40 seconds against the Bellevue East Chieftains. Again, Josh Little here with the call on 93.7 The Ticket. Thank you again for tuning in for this presentation of the NSAA State Girls Quarterfinals Championships. It's been a good one. Bellevue West started out with a commanding 13 lead, got it to 16 at one point. But the diligence and perseverance of Bellevue East has kept them in this game. And it's been more of the leadership of Maya Scoff, but the pure skill of Jayla Wilson and Brenai Jackson. Clock running here. Naomi White finds Coyer. Coyer backing down Gilmore. Gilmore has had her number all day on the offensive end and the defensive end. That is her third block on Danielle Coyer alone. Wilson with that's Jackson with another crossover. Airballs it there. Rebounded by White. White working up the floor. Coyer 4-3, but that's where she's had Gilmore's number. She might not be winning the battle in the paint, but she's winning the battle on the arc. 54-42, 5 minutes left exactly in this one. Wilson gets by Coyer, takes some contact, no call there. Bellevue West running. Here's Naomi White. White pops for 3. That one in and out. Rattled around, rebounded by Gilmore. Gilmore up to Wilson. Wilson loses the handle just a little bit. Has Russell Brown defending. Jackson, no good, rebounded by Coyer. And Bellevue West content with taking their time. Dane Bacon with his thumbs up in the air, telling him we're doing okay right now, asking for Coyer to cut. Coyer's been coming up to the top of the key to set screens, but lately she has been down on the block. And Coyer's threes have actually come on the fast break when she's been a little behind the running of the ball. Melcher driving it, spins to her left. Gilmore nearly with the rebound. Offensive rebound by Elmore. Elmore out to Melcher. Melcher driving to her left. Coyer nearly wanted the 3. Back out to Elmore. Driving is White. White off the glass. No good. Another near offensive rebound for Bellevue West. But the extra effort to force it off Jayla Wilson. Yeah, well, it basically acts like an offensive rebound at that point for West. Second chance points are the reason Bellevue West is winning the way they are and the amount they are right now. Kenzie Melcher driving left, going left. Little too much mustard on that hot dog. It rattles in and out. And West is running. Here's Brenai Jackson. Jackson gets in by the defense, gliding through the paint and puts that one up. It's a 10-point game. 54-44 with 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. White has a little bit of an ankles move on Brenai Jackson. Sends it over to Coyer. Coyer at the top of the key. Sets that screen that we've seen so much. Russell Brown for 3. Mamma mia. Annika Russell Brown answers the Brenai Jackson layup with a 3. Jackson with a spin around. It's taken away by White, and she's fouled as she starts heading back down the court. Third foul on Brenai Jackson. And at this point for Bellevue West, you can see, well, I can see, and I'll describe it for you. A lot of the players, they have a tired look on their faces right now. They're not giving up, but you can see the frustration that they are trying everything they can. And on the offensive end, everything is clicking for Bellevue West as that first free throw for Faith Elmore goes down. Again, it's in the bonus, 1 of 1 right now. Elmore earns that second attempt, and she connects. But what can Bell East do down 59-44 with just over 3 minutes to go in the state quarterfinal? The answer might be left up to interpretation for Jayla Wilson and Brenai Jackson. Here's Jackson driving left, Euro steps through the lane, no good off the glass. Coyer tips it up, ends up in the hands of Jackson. Gilmore over to Wilson, cross-court pass. On the right elbow, 4-3, no good. Rebounded by Gilmore again. That's 2 offensive rebounds. And Coyer just takes it right away from Gilmore as they make contact. 2:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. 26 seconds on the shot clock. White circling around the arc. Melcher and Russell Brown playing a little back and forth. 12 seconds and counting on the shot clock. And there's the foul committed by Bellevue East. Myskoff, second personal foul. Now in the double bonus is Bellevue West. So any foul from here on out is 2 free throws automatically. At the line is Naomi White. Annika Russell Brown. Brown connects on the free throw attempt. 60-44, 2:24 left to play in the fourth quarter. Her second attempt looming. Checking back in for East is Mackenzie Reimer as Gilmore steps out of the game. Second attempt. Got it. Wilson with a little more anticipation on her face. The sense of urgency can be felt looking at the Bellevue East bench and the players on the court. McLucas over to Wilson. Wilson into the corner. That's a 3. It's no good by McLucas. No points on the day for her with 3 fouls. Wilson defending White. White circling back. Under 2 minutes to go and 25 seconds on the shot clock. And the intentional foul committed by Jayla Wilson on Annika Russell Brown. The Bellevue West chants raining down from the student section as they can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and so can Dane Bacon, his staff, and the rest of his team. First free throw off the front of the rim and no good for Russell Brown. 61-44 with 1:53 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw. That one in and out and no good. Rebounded by McLucas. Bringing it up the court is Jackson. Bernai Jackson with the step back 3. That's been her thing today, but not on that shot. It's rebounded by Russell Brown. Brown up to White. She crosses the half-court line. And with 1:36 left to go in the game, 26 seconds left on the shot clock, we're about a little over 3 full shot clocks away from this one ending. White nearly throws it away, and Melcher has to go way back into the backcourt to retrieve it. She has Russell Brown for assistance if she needs it. Scoff defending. Scoff switched onto White and commits her third personal foul. Bellevue East's efforts have been valiant. Like I mentioned, came back from being down 16. But once they got within 8 points, it seemed that was a little too much. Just a little too much for them to handle when Bellevue West completely turned it around. Bellevue West had to take a couple of timeouts, but you know what? It helped them gain their momentum back. Jackson's shot is no good. And Jackson steals it right away from Naomi White. And White makes contact with Jackson, but the foul against Jackson. Or just a turnover there, excuse me. Inbounds play to Kenzie Melcher. Melcher with 1:10. Deals with the double team well. Finds it over to Russell Brown. And Melcher will milk the clock out as the intentional fouls will keep raining down. Bernai Jackson with her 4th personal foul. Kenzie Melcher at the line for Bellevue West. First one is no good. Second free throw for Melcher on the double bonus. That one good. 1 minute exactly left here in the fourth quarter, and Bellevue West has run away with it. They have a 19-point lead on Bellevue East. McLucas with one last 3-point heave, rebounded by Coyer, and Annika Russell-Brown will take her time. Again, the winner of this match, which it's looking like Bellevue West, will face Millard South tomorrow at 6 o'clock here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Annika Russell-Brown lets out a nice yes, sir, as she is very happy with her performance. Arguably the player of the game, as that shot is no good. Bellevue West with one last score. Jayla Wilson puts that one home. 16 seconds and counting. Coyer inbounds it. Naomi White will dribble out the clock. And the Bellevue West Lady Thunderbirds are advancing to the state semifinals for Class A. Again, tomorrow, they will take on the number 1 seeded Millard South Patriots. Again, the rivalry did not disappoint between the two Bellevue schools, but at the end of the day, West had a little more experience, and I think they had a lot of momentum after I wouldn't say momentum, but what I would say is they were fired up after they got knocked out of districts. They felt that that was theirs to win, and to come up short there, they knew they needed to come up big here. Again, they stealed the last wild card spot, and they advanced to the semifinals. So they rebound after a 47-39 loss to Lincoln Southwest and take this one 63-46. Again, Bellevue East. We'll take a short break here and come back for a quick post game. Again, the final score here from Pinnacle Bank Arena, 63-46. Bellevue West defeats Bellevue East. You are listening to girls high school basketball, the state quarterfinals on 93.7 The Ticket.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Bellevue rivalry was renewed this afternoon at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. And it was Bellevue West, the Lady Thunderbirds, coming out on top 63-46 against the Bellevue East Chieftains. Again, Josh Louie here on the call on 93.7 The Ticket. First of all, it was a very fun game to call. And at the start, going into halftime, it was fairly competitive, 25-16. The interesting thing was the foul trouble for Bellevue West. At the time, Ziel Dotzler went into the locker room with 3 fouls. Same with Annika Russell. And that's your starting point guard, and that's one of your best shooters on your team that were in a heap amount of foul trouble, to say the least. Now, the big story for Bellevue West and the player of the game for me is Annika Russell-Brown. Brown was able to play with 3 fouls from halfway through the second quarter on the rest of the game. So that says a lot about her discipline, not only as a defensive player, but as an offensive player. Not only do you have to keep your hands up, avoid contact on defense, but on the offensive side of the ball, you have to be careful not to get too out of control when driving, because that is a strong suit for her game. There were a couple times where she drove it, and there could have been a charge called, but she moved the right way. She played it smart, and she avoided the charge. Bellevue West's Annika Russell-Brown, the player of the game for myself. Again, the final 63-46 here. Now, turning it over to Bellevue East, their season is done. Jayla Wilson and Brenai Jackson just completely left it out there for Bellevue East. Wilson was able to drain 3 threes and notched a total of 7 field goals, while Brenai Jackson knocked down 2 threes and hit 5 field goals as well. The point where I thought Bellevue East was really going to make this interesting in the second half, after being down 13 at one point, was when Lavea Jones came in and went on a 6-0 run herself. At that point, that cut the Bellevue West lead to 8, and I think there was energy in the crowd and in the stadium. Well, is Bellevue East going to pull this out? But that is when Annika Russell-Brown came back into the game after her foul trouble and completely just shut down any hopes of a Bellevue East comeback. Naomi White was strong in the first half, but again, transferred those duties to Brown in the second half. Ziel Dotzler came in clutch, knocking down 3 triples for Bellevue West. Faith Elmore came off the bench for Bellevue West and added 2 points as well. Danielle Coyer, the center for Bellevue West, was not very impactful in the paint tonight, but smart players can find other ways to be impactful. When I think this is what the coaching staff, especially Brittany Wilson, realized for Bellevue East, is that Mackenzie Reimer was not really getting the job defensively done in the paint against Danielle Coyer. Coyer wasn't scoring, but opportunities were being handed to her. So they switched it up, brought in Jamila Gilmore, and Gilmore was just on either end, whether Gilmore was on offense or whether Danielle Coyer was on offense. Gilmore owned the paint, rebounding-wise, scoring-wise. She had several blocks. She had 3 blocks alone on Danielle Coyer, but you know what? Coyer adjusted, stepped out to the arc where she is the leading three-point percentage maker on her team and helped make an impact that way. Again, the final from Pinnacle Bank Arena, 63-46, Bellevue West advances to play the number 1 seeded Millard South Patriots tomorrow night at 6 o'clock back at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and Bellevue West's season comes to a close. They finish with 21 wins on the year and 5 losses. Again, thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast and production of NSAA State Girls High School Basketball and the state quarterfinals of Class A. I've been Josh Lill on 93.7 The Ticket. Thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of your afternoon.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Show me a team that fields a strong lineup season after season and you'll dominate. That's the way it's been at Platte Valley Equipment for decades. Whatever your task, their John Deere lineup of equipment handles it with ease. From riding mowers, compact tractor packages, to farm equipment, they can't be beat. That goes for the low monthly payments too. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today. Proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation?